Nut clarity.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your
Hey,
eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship.
Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church. Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant
him.
healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
That's funny,
well,
Jade.
I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great
Her eyes look-
seafood.
Her eyes look like someone stuck a thumb up her ass and she wasn't expecting it.
And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Oh, you have to work again. Jade, I thought you weren't getting hours, but they're giving you hours like off and on.
Come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
It's just a big old fish.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark
Jade.
with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
I love
And
him.
we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition.
He's a good bad
The
guy.
spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it?
Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
It looks like a turkey.
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladell, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next!
It's pretty dope, Jade. That's a big fucking squid.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we
Look at my ass! Look at my ass!
Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Ooh. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too.
What the fuck, Jade?
That you chief there. Isn't that Gizmo? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Gizmo. The you chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martyra. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Master Gizmo is innocent in all this.
That's crazy,
He was
Jade.
framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Bardon, captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events! We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet!
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Falden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now?
Your Eminence, a moment!
Go fuck
Thank
yourselves!
You for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
I mean, she deserved it, but...
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
What a show! Still, we're not top 20. After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
That one looks like a 12-year-old.
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
No.
We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
I can't wait to beat that guy.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time, he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Unless it's doggy style.
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
I love his outfit so much. I mean, Shukel. She's horny from the decapitation.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his runner.
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger.
That's what I was
Perhaps
thinking.
it would be wise to wait until
I was thinking it was like might have been his armor or something like that. You
Good
know what I
point.
mean?
Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna, a backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing
These
but
guys
how
are just
to win
Republicans.
the Sanctus Church's favor.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands
Personicans.
dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
Place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there.
What now?
Well met, eh? Wonderful. This bloody rain. Oi! Oi!
Night Prowler? Oh, so you're the ones them brothers were talking about then. I've heard all about it, so go on. Hop in right behind me. What could go wrong? Nothing. I mean, this is a JRPG VR. Nothing ever bad happens in JRPGs. Just ask the chick for ask Eris in Final Fantasy VII.
Look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters? Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at me big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in. Make some points for my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
I never finished Final Fantasy VIII. We're getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
To be honest, I don't really want to be king.
Hmm? Of course you don't. If you did, we'd kill you on the spot. You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all
What's
about
up, Rage? How you
impressing
doing, buddy?
Louise, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I admire Master Luis's power.
What?
True, Rage.
As an elder? Want to get a little payback on the world too, do you?
Despite having been a general, he has Parapus as some of his closest allies. That alone marks a man worth following.
Huh.
Oh, that's always good, Rage.
Whatever.
My bed,
You got some brass
my
tea, I'll
bed
give you
frame's
that
fucked
much.
up. I gotta fix it today. I was like
Already got more
rolling towards the
accomplished
wall
than
last
that
night.
Gordell ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardell's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. You're in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now?
I have no
Lord
idea.
Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
A lot of it doesn't, Rage, but like the important stuff does.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new couch as soon as my ex moves out. I think she's taking the shitty one that's in my living room now anyways. Okay. It's already sunset. Time flies by so fast.
So?
Luis's gauntlet runner, the Sharadrius, is stationed at Warship Harbor. Let's take the ferry to get over there.
Hello there.
You want to go to Warship Harbor? That's no place to visit after piss up, but all right. Mind yourself and climb aboard. She's looking for places, Pug. So I don't fucking know yet.
Incredible.
Wow, it didn't hit me until we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge.
Hey!
Oi, over here! Keep your hands out of the clouds, will ya?
Sam!
Exactly, Rage. You bumpkins can fawn over the Sharadrius all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyways. What with sorry and all.
Huh.
Sorry? What's that? I mean, I sleep against the wall rage because Zelda demands the rest of the bed. Hey boss, how about you go on telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me, I'll give you the grand
Got it.
tour. Oh, and a friendly warning, be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? I'm gonna go pee real quick. I would go pee, and I would pee. Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Louise is in the reception room, and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off. Check this out.
Now, where was I?
Let's see this real quick.
So, you've acquired a new archetype.
Okay.
Hello. That is...
Oh, poop. So we have to become a mage? Okay. I have every...
That is...
Oh, I have to be rank 3 with her. Okay. So our cleric is 5. We don't have enough mag for that. So thief to 20. Oh, Zelda. Oh, you summoned Zelda. I mean, that's what Zelda does. And sometimes she'll run the the Frenchies over on accident.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta pet the kitty.
That's a good kitty.
Oh.
Basically.
You'll come again, won't you?
Frenchies are kind of like speed bumps. Let's go.
Got it.
And here we are. Go on in.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off until you get used to it. This place can be a real maze.
Oh, yeah?
Wow, that is a lot of dudes. Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
like it or not, an elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
And yet...
Oi! Oi! Man, this is huge fucking shit.
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
Aww. What was that? Happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic-controlled locking mechanism?
Yeah.
It keeps the suspicious element out. You know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins.
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around?
Yeah.
Yep. There's different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranked soldiers have them. you want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers. Is it? Navigating the place may prove difficult without those in our possession. We will need to acquire them then. Oi, already trading treacherous whispers among yourselves, eh? Quit with the gossip and get on already. Zelda wants me to chase her around everywhere. She goes, oh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, nice.
Here, you got part of a tree. It's much bigger than I thought. I always forget we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now, what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition. It used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the countsman.
No.
I got Lord Luis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off of that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
Yeah. What? These pissants against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. We can settle things right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls.
Don't even try it.
Yep. Oh, leave it out, Xanath. Get your arse back to your post. That's in order.
Understood?
Just get through your tiny heads. Power's everything around here. I'll give you 3 days at most till you run home, tails between your legs.
Seriously.
Are you just gonna stand there or are you gonna move? Come on.
Here.
And this would be Lord Luis's quarters. Just a reception room, lass. He'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he?
All right.
Lord Luis is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey.
Guess that's my cue. I'll look around for this formula. Be careful, lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope. Yeah, you're gonna...
A beautiful city, Brialhaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War, if your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now,
yeah, Zelda's real
in
fast.
The kingdom,
she doesn't have much
their
endurance.
pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come here.
Here we go.
He's testing us. What should I ask? What's your plan against Forden?
How do you plan on winning against Forden?
I will kill him.
Oh, yeah, Jay, that would be fun.
Not that my victory rests on doing so. That man and Sanctism both are malignant tumors in this country's flesh and must be excised to save it.
Aren't candidates protected by the king's magic?
The king is not a god. There is always a way. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall. A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate.
It's just that...
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. but power and order trumps all.
Yeah.
That is the
great.
crux of my rule.
It seems we have no choice.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
I wonder how Gallica's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming?
Figures they'd show up now.
Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juno, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
You mean idiot? Don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is! I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Because she's not on Luis's side.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, Either the starboard or port corridor and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently, the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning as runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
We'll just have to make it work.
You truly mean that?
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
Ah, yes, he was rather full of himself. Yes, Sergeant Xanth, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder, he might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest of the day. We can talk in more detail in the morning.
Look at that.
Got it?
The songstress has been in Luis's private quarters now that not that I would judge her, I suppose. At any rate, the operation begins tomorrow, Westwell tonight.
May I speak?
The day of the prince's awakening may be nearer than we realize. We got to make our preparations before that soiree.
Look at that.
We need to get back to the fucking capital. Rest well, so we can get the
Time marches on,
what do you
and
call
the
it?
age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys. 'Twould seem they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and push forward.
Even so,
if we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. They call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well.
Yes.
Luis's subordinates have obtained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table.
I'm a little worried.
This is a challenge unlike any we've faced so far.
Yeah.
Right, a new situation calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up up over our heads.
Then
Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit. Well then, before we can secure our route to his headquarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging for the day of the soiree. Gotta grind.
Let's focus. Let's head there.
Well met, eh? Wonderful.
All right, then.
Wonderful.
Right then.
God damn it, VR!
Hello,
Don't start the dirt man.
Oh my. Yeah?
Let's go. I gotta go back to the capital.
Oh, this blooming heat.
Yeah?
This blooming heat.
Let's not.
Where's our gauntlet runner?
All right then.
Yeah?
Oh, this blooming heat.
Looks like everyone's here.
Now then.
Now, how far do I run her then?
Which one? It's your call. Let's move. Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Idiot.
You.
What of the issue we discussed earlier? Here's its horn. Oh, and this would be the brute's horn. You could tell me the details inside. Come along. God damn it.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well. I thank you.
All right.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. Should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? If you're really trying to become the next king, I don't think it's a bad deal for you. I can supply both money and power. Might be a connection you'll be glad to have down the road.
True, that doesn't sound so bad.
Have you made up your mind?
All right. I accept.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough. You heard nothing just now, right?
Right. I didn't hear anything.
That's for the best. It was just the wind. Am I clear? I've got some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However, I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think. If you do tell anyone, well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences. Then we have a deal.
I can sense a hint of trust beneath all the weariness Brigida feels towards me.
The trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Interesting. Perhaps he does have hidden depths.
I can sense the heroic embodiment of the merchant from Brigida.
You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
I hear a voice. I need to push myself harder. Where is he?
I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Where is he? squeezing in.
How grand.
I love it.
All right, then. Where to?
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Huh?
Where is he?
Hey, listen.
Want in on this? Fancy a bit of info?
Xanth! Oh, that important-looking guy we saw at the Sheradrius the other day. What, an acquaintance of yours? Then you might know this already, but he's a large man wearing armor who holds strength as the justice as his creed. I hear he was once a competitor at the Coliseum,
Just
too.
between us.
He's strong, of course, but not invulnerable. Rumor is he's weak against burn and poison. Since he's wearing all that armor, it's hard for him to just take it off and deal with those. I'm sure paralysis and stun will work well, too. But Luis values power, and so while the old battle axe might have some weaknesses, if Luis trusts him, you can bet he's strong as blazes.
Gotcha.
I see. We'll have to find ways to inflict status elements, of course, and it'll certainly be dangerous to fight if we don't do a bit of training first. No such thing as being too prepared, so let's head there when we're sure we're ready.
Fancy a bit of info?
That old fart or maintenance chief, Siba, he's in charge of the starboard corridor. Can't take a joke, so I've never gotten along with him. He's as strong as you expect, considering the authority he's been given. His magic that repels attacks is especially impressive. As you can guess, if you try to physically attack him, it'll bounce right back at you. The more you put into it, the more you'll end up hurting.
Just between us.
That said, his barrier doesn't repel magic, but magic isn't especially effective either, from what I hear. To win, you need to find a way to perform physical attacks without having them bounce back at you. Feh, not that I expect you'll end up fighting him.
Let's see.
This guy sounds like a massive pain in the... If we don't improve our skills, we'll be done for. And since he uses magic that repels physical attacks, we'll want to find some way to dispel that too.
Fancy a bit of info?
Master Sergeant Gletchum is in charge of the port quarter. Quite frankly, he's an absolute loon. Don't tell him I said that, though. I value my life. He's an intense person in a lot of ways, but the way he fights in particular is, as I said, quite mad. He starts yelling like a madman and swings his axe all around him. You'll want to watch out for it, or it'll daze you. I can't talk. If I recall correctly, the magic shop sells equipment that protects against that. Might be worth checking
Just
out.
between us.
All the blood rushes to his head, so he falls for being provoked really easily, though. If you bring someone to act as a decoy along, I think you could beat him without much hassle. Ideally, you wouldn't have to fight him, but if you do, keep that in mind.
I guess so.
We'll need a decoy then. You know, I think there's a skill to that would be useful. But if we aren't strong enough, our decoy could fall, and our strategy would be ruined. Let's ensure we improve our combat skills before fighting him. How do we get a decoy?
Fancy a bit of info?
The Cheradrius helmsman, Cabio, is stationed on the bridge. He's a fervent supporter of Lady Juna. I have to say, I know how he feels. She acts so sweet and has such a lovely voice. I'm swooning here. I'd almost think she was a goddess.
Come on!
We're not paying for that. What's his fighting style? You plan to spar with him? Well, he's the only one Luis granted the privilege of being the helmsman amongst all his minions, so you could bet he's a strong one.
Us.
Having said that, he's weak to electric. I hear he had a traumatic experience in a storm once. And rumor has it, when the weather gets rough, he even turns the steering over to a second in command. Pretty solid evidence, isn't it?
Thanks.
Guess we better prepare some electric magic then, but he's one of Luis's handpicked officers, so it might be a tough fight no matter what. If time permits, we should train a bit before fighting him. Slow and steady wins the race, after all. No point in hurrying.
Fancy a bit of info?
Salve, say he's a Cheradrius' guard chief. Got some business with him. He's not someone you'll have the opportunity to